on charity or aid?
Certainly, no, none.
Nowhere in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you've seen the latest model
of
dishing the Arambe. It's never worked anywhere in the world. And if you
and therefore, there's a general agreement that Kenyans must contribute.
Well, no, I'm just talking about general economic. I'm correcting and putting into context whatever statements he made earlier regarding economic growth vis-a-vis population, and also current policies that we are seeing as we speak. Yeah, no economy grows through charity or harambe or donations the way they see. Economics, the world over, those, if we can even refer to China or even the West, who is losing to the East still, what measures have they put in place for their economies to grow? There are specific indicators that if you miss, then definitely your intention is not to grow your economy. If you miss out on labor, quality labor, and capital, and productivity, quality labor will come out of quality education. And that must be an accessible education, if possible, to all. That will provide you with quality labor. But if you are compromising, because as we are speaking today, the policies that our government have adopted, and I know courtesy of the advice of their lenders, whose intention is to continue harvesting cheap labor in this geographical location because their population is aging. And where will they get cheap labor is here. And for them to get cheap labor, they must put a spanner in the works in our education curriculum. And who buys it and who propels it? The same guys that we're talking about. Everywhere we are talking about globally, wherever we're having a bigger economy, look at their population. Whoever is saying that relationship of population to economy actually is the other way around should be advised. Look at China. What's their population? Even in Africa, the largest economy in Africa, what's their population? Yeah, so when you're talking about population and the measures that they're putting to cause infertility, even in our population, Daktari, we should call them out. It requires justice. They have even injected our daughters with permanent infertility things without them knowing. People are trying to get babies and they can't because they were misadvised, and the government allowed in the market in their hands to use things that have damaged them to date. In other words, the government has not had the actual interests of the citizen at heart, if not PR and propaganda, which they would like to showcase for purposes of competing among themselves. Because as we speak, right now, dynasties divided themselves into two, and they're the same sides of the coin. The one is pulling with the cousins, another one is pulling with the fellow tribesmen, while they are living Kenyans here who are pursuing economic development to, if possible, because Kenya is, we are not poor. What we are lacking is, what we are having is poor leadership. We have the resources. If Kenyans were given opportunity with our resilience, we would not just be equal in the face of humanity, we would lead in economic growth. But as we speak right now, leadership is pulling us down.